My name is Gretchen Muller, and I work with Cascadia Consulting Group, so I'm part of the consultant team that's helping with this project. I have been working in the low-impact development world for several years, more on the trainer and facilitation front, less on the topic expert front, which is Dustin's expertise, and helped with the statewide needs assessment and also the development of the training plan. Another piece of LID that I do, I work a lot with community groups as these bioretention facilities are being installed in neighborhoods and in front of businesses. I work with those entities and help bring them along in the project. So just a little bit more background about this project and how there came to be 64 trainings around the state of Washington. So in 2012, the Department of Ecology got both direction as well as resources from the state legislature that said the stormwater permits are changing and there is a training need out there, and in a lot of cases a knowledge gap on what low impact development is and how it pertains to the work that everybody's doing out in the field and in jurisdictions both in eastern as well as western Washington. So there is a capacity issue, that there are more folks that need the training than trainings are currently being offered. So as a first step, the Department of Ecology said, okay, great, we want to take this on. We want to help develop a training plan and a training program for the state of Washington. The first thing we want to do is we want to pull together a statewide steering committee, so members from both eastern and western Washington and across disciplines came together and formed the LID Training Steering Committee in 2012. And the steering committee said, all right, we are really excited about this. We really want to be involved in developing a training plan. But before we develop a training plan, we need to actually have baseline knowledge of what people know around the state. Where are people starting? And so as a first step, they conducted a statewide needs assessment that was a very burly survey with many, many questions that circulated around the state. And we heard from designers and engineers, the development community, from elected officials, planners and permitters, folks in operations and maintenance. And all of those folks that we heard from helped us establish the baseline knowledge of where people are around the state across disciplines. So all of this information from the needs assessment, we had a lot of data that came in the door, and from that data we developed with the Department of Ecology low impact development training plan. And that training plan has a trajectory of trainings. There are 6 target audiences in the training plan, and it provides a trajectory of trainings based on where your starting place is with your knowledge around low impact development. Over the next 4 years, what are the courses that folks need to be able to get to the level of knowledge that they need to be able to comply with the permit. And there are 3 levels of trainings being offered, because some folks are new to this and they need the introductory level training. Some folks have been working in the LID field for a while, and an intermediate level of training is where they need to start. And then other folks have been doing this, living in the LID world for several years, and they need an advanced level of training on certain topics. And another component of this is a train the trainer piece, because we also realized that when we were doing the needs assessment that the training needs far exceed the training capacity. So who are potential partners around the state that would be able to offer trainings? So we talked to a lot of technical and community colleges, and so as part of the implementation phase of the statewide training program, we'll be working with technical and community colleges around the state to help them build capacity so they can offer training programs into the future as well. And another piece of this, also recognizing there are a handful of LID topic experts around the state, and they can't be everywhere all the time. The world needs more Dustins. So we are trying to build topic area expertise as well, so that we'll have a roster of topic experts that the technical and community colleges can call on in the future to offer these trainings. So here are the list of training modules. We have this really fantastic course catalog, and it's online. It's on the Washington Stormwater Center website, and it shows all of these courses. and it describes what each of the modules are. It describes who the intended audience is, the duration of the course, and so that's a really good place if you are looking for additional training beyond this one to go.